On December 8th, 2022, I deleted all my social medias. And here's how my life has been for the past year. Before removing social media, my life looked like this. I'll wake up, phone. I'll eat my breakfast, phone. I'll be in class, phone. And I come back from class, phone. And I'll sit on my phone until 10 PM and go to sleep. I had to take action. I was fed up of being in the loop all the time. On December 1st, I came across this video by Nicholas Crystal on YouTube talking about 30-day dopamine detox. This made me delete all my social medias. I was determined and lost focus on the mission. It's hard to stop an addiction that started at a young age. But then I came across this app that saved the day, OneSec. Exactly 1 year ago, on the 8th of December, I downloaded OneSec. OneSec is not a normal app, it's a tool to save you time. And here's how it works. Every time you open an app because of a bad habit, OneSec makes you wait and do a quick meditation. Because of this, I didn't need to delete my social medias, but it removed the temptation of a bad habit. And after a year of social media, here are my cons and pros of a social media detox. One of the cons of deleting social media is that you kind of get left behind. For instance, there's like a new trend or something happened in the world and you just don't really know what people are talking about. Friends, family members, or anyone that's actually on the internet, on social media, you kind of get left behind because you don't really know what's going on. There's this feeling when you stop going on social media, you go on a social media detox, that you are kind of left behind. It's just a feeling and it's okay. But it kind of feels like you're not in the friend group anymore because you don't really understand what's going on. It's like talking to your friends and you're not really part of the group because you don't really understand the trends. Everyone constantly forgets you're not on social media. So they keep talking to you about trends and news, but you have no idea what they're talking about. And that gets to the second point. People stop messaging you. And it hurts me too that people stop messaging because they're my friends, but they just have to realize that I just don't use social media anymore. I also use OneSec, which helps me a lot because I can check the messages for people and not actually get addicted to social media. Once you stop using social media, you kind of forget to check on messages. And people just stopped sending you reels or TikToks, messages. For some of you, it might take it as a con because it may lead you to loneliness. But I believe that if you are lonely, is the best place to be to discover yourself. All that new time you've just got, you can use to upgrade your life, build a business, create a YouTube channel and make videos, to create courses, to create a book. Which gets me to the third point, which we've already talked about people not messaging you. But this is the harsh reality. The less you message people, the less you use social media, most of your friends will leave. And I had friends that are from childhood leave, no messages, no contact, nothing. It's harsh. That's how life works. People just left because I stopped messaging them, stopped contacting them. And because of all this, I learned loneliness a lot more because I just let them go. I'm not going to stop them. If they want to go, they want to go. People leave when you don't contact them. People leave if you don't try. It doesn't mean that you're not trying. It's just that this generation is all about social media, all online. And nobody really cares about the physical level of being friends, just social media and online. Now we get to the pros. The first pro you get is that you are a lot calmer than you were before. Removing all this clutter from your life, all the news, the negativity from the internet, all that hate and constant figuring out what people are doing in their lives and seeing what they do and who's more successful than you. Without that, removing that, it actually just calms down your mind. You just feel in peace. Nobody's at competition at you. About 100 years ago, when the internet didn't even exist, the only competition that people had was that the people in their town, in their city, that's the only people they had competition with. But now the internet came. Now you can connect with millions of teenagers, millions of people around the world. Get rid of social media. You're calmer and you have more time to focus on your goals. You don't focus on other people. And because of all of this, you actually sleep better. What I've realized is that the less social media you use, the less you watch YouTube, the less you watch TikToks, Instagram Reels, all of these, they generate a lot of emotion, anger, sadness and happiness before you go to bed. And because of this, your sleep really gets ruined because of this. The second I stopped using it, my sleep has been improved by tenfold. Literally, I have never slept better than this. And you can actually feel peace. And this is where we get to the second part. Your life is more private than before. When you're on social media, you can't really have a private life because you're constantly connecting with others. Even if you don't post anything, if you don't send a story, you're still connecting them in a different friendship basis. You message them, you check people's stories and posts, and you somehow have a connection with them without the person who posts the posts even knowing. But you have that sort of connection that you know what's going on in someone's lives. I live a private life for a long time now, about 4 years, no social media, no content sending to social media. Until now, you're making these YouTube videos, making these shorts. I had a very private life, no connection with anyone. Well, I can finally say that my life is at peace and it's private. And do I feel good about it? Yes, I do. The less people know about me and the less people know what I'm doing, the better I do, because the more focus I have on my life and my goals. And that's why we get to the third point. When you stop using social media, you have a lot more time. And I've seen this a lot of times. I stop using social media, I have a lot more time to work out, a lot more time to work on my projects, more time spent with my family. I have so much time. And you don't realize this yet, but if you're on social media right now, watching this video, you're spending so much time on your phone every day and you don't even realize it. When I stopped using time on the phone, I started getting bored all day. I didn't know what to do. I was getting so bored that I started seeing that the time in a day is so long. And it's amazing. It's an amazing feeling that your days are getting longer and you have more time to do things that you want to do to accomplish your goals. But social media really steals that time. It cuts down that time, makes you blind for how much time you're using. I know that you had these experiences where you went on social media, started scrolling, and an hour goes by, but you just want to do 5 more minutes. An hour and a half goes by, just 2 more minutes, 2 hours goes by. You don't have any control of how long you are watching, because that's how social media is made. It is made to make you blind of how long you are actually on social media. Final thoughts. If any of you want to go through a social media detox, it's a hard experience, but it's very worth it. Would I recommend it? Yeah, go for it. Even though you get lonely sometimes and these cons might be a little bit harsh for some people, it's a good thing to do to yourself. Get to know yourself better and to understand yourself more. If you want to get the OneSec app, it'll be in the description. If you want to see the biggest downfall I've ever had in my life, here's a video about how my heartbreak destroyed me.